Hello, my beautiful people. How are you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Mitzymorris, and I am coming with you with this video that has to do with goal setting and being intentional. You know how sometimes we all like to say, oh, my goal is to make $100,000 this year. My goal is to buy this or that car. My goal is to get married by this time or this time next year, whatever. We're always setting these goals, right? But this morning, I was reading a book. It's by Kyle Cease, and it's called The Illusion of Money. And he said something very pivotal in that book. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's my aha moment right there. He said, do not have these goals. Why not be intentional? I was like, yeah. So here's the thing. You make a decision that I am going to save $5,000 by December 2022. And if anything pops up, you may fall off. You may fall off and not save that $500 that week, right? But if you have an intention and you're intentional, no matter what happens, you are gonna stick with it because internally, you have solidified the fact that's your intention, not just a goal. Because a goal is just that, a goal. But an intention is something deeper. An intention means that you are following through. So if someone says to you, you have an intention, right, to read that book, and your intention is to finish that book by tonight. Now, if your friend calls you and they say, I want us to go to the mall, there's a huge sale going on, what does that do? If it were a goal, you'd be like, I could still wiggle, you know. But if it's an intention, you're going to say to that friend, no, I can't. Because an intention comes from within. A goal just comes from a goal. But when you have intentions, it's like this young man says, well, my intention is to marry this woman. Or if he says, my goal is to marry her. It's two different things. His intention means that it's coming from his core belief. He already knows that this woman is the woman that he has long waited for. He can set a goal and say, I want to be married by December 2022. And yeah, that goal could go through and he marries someone else. But if his intention is to marry this woman by December 2022, that's what it's going to be. So, ladies and gents, what are your intentions when it comes to your life? When it comes to your relationships? What are your intentions? What are your intentions for your business, for your YouTube channel? Mitzi, I'll ask myself, what is my intention? My intention is to grow a massive audience with my YouTube channel. And that means I have to take those action steps, meaning being consistent and resilient. And that's what having an intention will push you in doing. An intention means that you will not fall off. An intention means that you're going to be true to your own words. You know, how many people say, my goal. But if you're like I said, your intention, ladies and gents, comes from your core, your core. Oh, before I go on, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share it with your auntie, your uncle, your grandma, the dog, the cat, because my intention is to grow this channel. Oh, and my hair is by Vixen Locks, and this turtleneck, isn't it beautiful? And here's it. I'm wearing a Chanel gold chain, and yeah, so this turtleneck, I picked it up from H&M. I think it was like $19 or $15, something like that. I know sometimes you all want to know, right? So let's get back to it. I want you to ask yourself, what has been my goals over the years? Did they come true? Did they not? If they didn't, I want you to start being intentional. I want you to start making that internal decision that when you say something, you mean what you say, and you say what you mean, and that can only happen when you are intentional, when you have that intent. I intend to bake that cake tonight. I intend to go to see that play. I intend to be rich by the time I am 36. I intend. Goal setting is just that. Intention is internal, and intention will force you to stay true to yourself, to trust your wording, to trust your words. But goals, it's kind of overused, and people are not even following that. But when you have an intention, it keeps you up at nights. It keeps you grounded, and it keeps you being honest with you. You cannot be wishy-washy when you have intentions that comes from your core, that comes from your belly. So, ladies and gents, be intentional today, because that's the only way you will get to the right side of who you are and your success, and get into the right side of money as well. Be intentional with everything you do. Have a great day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. And don't forget to support your girl. I love you all, and let's all be intentional. Let's all be intentional.